Today at Rainbows we have Elphaba from Wicked. It's going to help us with our Halloween craft. So what you will find in your Halloween pack are these 3 bits to make the hat, and then you've got 2 eyes, 2 eyelashes, a pointy warty nose and a mouth, and you've got a plate band to go on your hat, and then she's going to stick that onto the hat. So you might need a grown-up to help you peel off the sticky backing, or you might be okay. That's it. So then you stick that onto your hat with the short bit facing up, so the other way up, that's it. And stick that on across like a bit of a hat band. And it will stick across the edge, and that's fine. So just hang off either side a bit. That's it, stick that on, and then you want to get your star, and you want to pop out the star in the middle, and throw that away or use that for something else. And then you want to peel off the sticky backing and put that on your hat band nicely off to the side somewhere. Brilliant. Lovely. So there we go. So there's the hat. Now you'll see there's little holes across the bottom of the hat. So we're going to sew some wool hair into that in a bit. There we go. So there's our hat. Now we're going to take the bits of our face and we're going to stick them onto our plates. So if you start off with the eyes. Okay, so peel the sticky backing off the eye and stick it sort of halfway down your plate so that we've got nice room for the hat to go on top. So it's good. And then pop the other eye on. So now you've got some nice wiggly eyes for your witch. Okay, so now we want to stick the nose on. So the nose you want to put on so that it's got that warty bit pointing up. So if you peel the backing off the nose and then stick that on so that you've got the pointy bit sticking across like that, that's it. Lovely. And then you want to pop your mouth underneath there. So peel some more backing off. That's it. And stick that on under your nose. Excellent. And then we can put some eyelashes on. So these are a little bit fiddly. See if you can peel the backing off those, and then you can pop some eyelashes on your witch. Lovely. Brilliant. So when our witch face is finished, we'll be able to glue our hat on top. But next we're going to use our needle and thread to sew on some hair. To make your witch's hair, you're going to need your wool and your needle, and that you just got recently, your needle threader. So we need to get this bit of paper off without damaging this delicate bit of needle threader. So if you just tear down the piece of paper, then that bit can go in the bin, and you've got your needle threader, and this bit here makes it much easier to thread our needle. So what you need to do is get your needle and put the pointy bit through the hole of your needle, and then hold that there with one hand, and then if you get the end of your thread, you just need to get your thread through this big diamond shape here. So poke that through. Now if it is still difficult, you can trim the end of your wool to make it a bit easier. But there we go. So you pull a bit of wool through there, and then you pull your needle threader back through the hole, and now you have threaded your needle. So then just take your needle threader off the end of your wool, and you're ready to go. Now normally we would tie a knot in the end of our thread, but we're not going to do that today because we want it to dangle down like long witch hair. So if you want to unfurl your ball of wool so that it's all just one long piece, then what you want to do is take your hat and poke your needle through the first hole and pull that through, and then try and keep hold of these two bits of wool that are coming from your needle so that it doesn't unthread itself. And then you just keep on pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling for ages and ages and ages. And then when you get to the end, you want to leave a nice bit of witch's hair dangling at the side. I'm going to do quite long bits at the side to be her long hair, and then I'm going to do short bits for her fringe. So I'm going to leave a nice long bit there, and then we're going to take our needle and we're going to go through the next hole. So be careful not to pull it too tight, otherwise she'll just have really, really short hair. So pull this through, leaving your long dangly bit. And if you do unthread your needle, don't worry, just repeat what we did at the start with our needle threader and put it back through. So keep on pulling this thread through until you've got some nice dangly witch's hair there. So I think that might be enough long bits at the sides. I'm going to start doing her fringe now. So you go through the next hole, pull that through, keep on pulling. Pulling and pulling and pulling, and it's going to all get in a bit of a tangle, so you just have to try and untangle it so that you've got a bit that's kind of fringe length there. Can you see that? That's the bit I've just done, that little bit of fringe length hair there, and then you just keep on going. Now don't worry if it gets in a bit of a tangle, because I have heard that witches have very messy hair. I don't know what you've heard. But I think witches can have quite messy hair. So just keep on pulling it through until it's some nice short hair. And if it goes a bit too far, then that's okay. You can just get hold of your thread and give it a little tug and pull it back through until it's like a fringe length, how you want it. Okay, so you keep on doing that until you've done all the way along the witch's hair. So if you've managed to sew all the way along and give the witch a good little bit of fringe, then well done, because that's really hard. There's loads of sewing to be done there. Now you might not have, it's quite difficult to have the right amount of wool to make it spread out nice and even. So if you need to miss out a few holes or make her fringe a bit shorter, then all of that's fine, don't worry. But if you do have enough left over at the end, then you can give her a couple of bits of longer hair to finish off with. How much have I got here? Let's have a look. So I'm just going to pull this thread a bit longer, just to finish her off with some long hair on this side if you've got enough left. So if you need to ask a grown-up for help, then that's absolutely fine, because it's a very tricky thing to do. So then when you get to the end and you're happy and you've pulled the thread all the way through, then you just need to unthread your needle so that the last bit of hair just dangles down. So there we go. So she's a bit lopsided, got some long hair here, some short hair across the middle, and then she's in a bit of a tangle at this end, but she's got some longer hair at this end as well. There we go. So then once you've done all of that, we need to stick our hair and our hat onto our face like this. So we're going to use the glue from our pack, and what you'll need to do is unscrew the blue bit so that some glue can come out. Now hopefully you'll still be able to squeeze some out from when we used it last time. So I'm going to put a wiggle of glue onto my plate. Oh yeah, there we go, mine's working. Hopefully yours is too. So we'll put a nice wiggle of glue on the top of our witch's head. Then we need to screw the blue lid down nice and tight again and get rid of that extra glue so that it works again next time. And just rub the glue off your fingers. And then we're going to carefully pick up our hat. Try not to dangle your hair in the glue, but it doesn't matter if you do. And then, whereabouts do we want it? About here. So stick that onto the glue. Give it a good squeeze so that all of the hat that's touching the plate is nice and squidged down. Now, it's going to take a while to dry, so put it somewhere safe. You might want to put something heavy on it to keep them squished together so that the glue dries nicely. And then you will have a lovely Halloween witch's plate. Brilliant, well done, great job.